This video tutorial will provide you the functionalities and the understanding of the billing setup. This video will cover the General tab, Form Billing tab, Worksheet tab, Line Items tab, Discounts tab, and the Custom Charges tab. There is no one way to define your billing for your customers. This video tutorial will only give you some suggestions. To access the billing setup, click on Setup from the Software menu toolbar and locate the Billing Setup. The General tab. To create a general billing scheme, start at the General tab and input your office information. This information will display in your customer's invoices. If the state you reside in requires state sales tax to be collected on tax preparation services, enter the tax rate in the state sales tax rate box with no % symbol needed. AccuTax provides a service called Protection Plus. This service does not prevent the taxpayer from being audited. However, it does allow them to have representation in the event of an audit. By offering Protection Plus to your customers, you can receive a rebate up to $10 per Protection Plus sold. For more information on this feature, please contact an account executive manager. However, the add-on fee is set by AccuTax and will automatically be displayed in this field. If you would like to automatically add the Protection Plus to all bank and non-bank tax returns, check the box beside Auto Add Audit Protection. If you charge a flat fee for taxpayers who have already self-prepared their tax return, and the taxpayer just wants you to e-file their return, put the self-prepared fee in this field. To have the flat fee override on your invoice, you will have to mark the return as self-prepared on the Form 1040 located below the signature line. To set a default tax preparation discount for a billing scheme, you would enter the discount amount as a percentage in the field for tax preparation discount. This discount will only discount a percentage and not a dollar amount. To set up a dollar or percentage amount for predefined discounts, click on the Discount tab. If you are planning on billing by the hour, enter your default hourly rate in the Default Hourly Rate field. To disable invoicing, check the Disable Invoicing box, and this will disable the invoicing entirely. If your state requires you to make sure you collect the state sales tax on every tax return for preparation services, check the box Collect Tax on Billing. If you do not check this box, you will have to manually enter the sales tax on each invoice. If you only want to bill your customers for e-file forms only, check the box for Bill for e-file forms only. As a reminder, if you put a price to charge your customers for a worksheet or any forms that are not required to be a e-file, selecting this option will override the price because it is not required e-file form. Therefore, the price will not calculate on the invoice. To save the general invoice, click OK and give your billing scheme a name and click OK if this is your first time creating a billing scheme. The billing setup will ask you, do you want to set the current scheme as your default by selecting yes or no. To delete an invoice scheme that you have previously created, go to the drop-down billing scheme list and select the billing scheme and select the delete button. To create a copy of a billing scheme, select the billing scheme from the drop-down menu list you previously created and select Save As. Creating a copy of a billing scheme allows you to set up several billing schemes without entering all the billing information from scratch. Only change the item needs to be changed and click OK. The Form Billing tab. Now that you have created the general setup, you do not need to create a different scheme for the form billing, worksheet, line items, discounts, and custom charges. Whatever billing scheme you are editing, make sure you have selected the correct billing scheme from the drop-down billing scheme list and begin editing the tab of your choice. Using the Form Billing tab allows you to set up a billing scheme for federal and state forms. From the drop-down list, select the federal or state forms you are inputting the price. If you only want to charge $95 for every return you prepare, enter the $95 in the per item column only on the return 1040, 1040A, 1040E0. The $95 will only be charged no matter how many forms are added to complete the return. To charge by base or per item is solely left up to you. What is the difference between the two? Charging by base price. The base quantity column is where you will enter the number of forms included in the base price. For example, if a customer comes in with 3 W-2s, you can set the base quantity at 3 and the base price at $5. And no matter how many W-2s you enter on the customer's tax return, the customer will only be charged $5. Or you can also enter $2 in the per item column, and after the third W-2, you will charge your customer $5 for the first 3 W-2s, plus $2 for each additional W-2 after the third one. The per item column is where you would enter your charge for each form over the base quantity. Charging by per item. If you charge a fee for every form, you will leave the base quantity and the base price columns blank. For example, you will charge your customer for every form that is added on the tax return regardless of how many forms is needed to complete the tax return. If you have a customer with 5 W-2s and the per item fee is $3, your customer will be charged $15 for the W-2s that was entered in addition to other applicable forms that has a per item charge. If you do not charge for a specific form, leave the amount blank. If you are finished with the Form Billing tab, click OK or continue to the Worksheet or the Line Item tab and follow the same direction as you did in the previous scenario. To set up a predefined discount code that can be applied while the return is being prepared, click on the Discount tab. Give your discount a name and a discount percentage or a discount amount that can be applied to an invoice with this billing scheme. If you are finished with the Discount tab, click OK or click the Custom Charges tab to set up a custom charge to be applied while the return is being prepared. Enter a charge description and an amount that can be applied to an invoice with this billing scheme. To save your billing scheme, click OK in the Billing Setup window to save and exit the billing setup. If you need additional help regarding the billing scheme, click on the Help button. To see where the predefined discounts or custom charges appear on the invoice, create or open a return and click on the Invoice tab inside the return and navigate to the desired section and you will see the predefined discount and charges. After watching this video tutorial, you should be able to understand the functionalities of the billing scheme and how to set up a billing scheme. Check out our many in-depth video tutorials in the AccuTax University Library.